meta. A term that nowadays is synonymous with video games or Mark Zuckerberg. To play the meta in a video game is to play in a way that is considered the most optimal. One of the most notorious examples I can think of, right at the top of my head, is the Gold's meta from Overwatch that gripped the game for a long time. But let's head over to Titanfall 2. You've got plenty of unique weapons like the Cold War and the L-Star, but you also got the more conventional weapons like the G2 or the R99. And
yeah, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Today's topic is the meta mentality. Titanfall 2 isn't getting any younger. 8 years down the line, and besides the infinite possibilities on North Star, vanilla players aren't left with much in terms of being able to play the game in a new way. Thus, no matter how much I want to deny it, this game isn't good for both old and new players, or at least some of them. A topic that you'll usually see thrown around for older games is the divide between the old and new players. This issue becomes a lot more apparent when you factor in what type of game you're playing as well. Take Fortnite, for example. Remember when you used to be good at building?
No.
Well, this skill gap is what prompted Fortnite to create Zero Build, a mode that was designed for new players, returning players, and for casual play. But for better or worse, that split the community into one side that's more skilled and generally older, versus the other side that's less skilled and usually younger. This problem is what unfortunately plagues Titanfall 2 as well, but unlike Fortnite, we don't have an active development team. As a movement shooter with projectile weapons, Titanfall 2 has a pretty big skill ceiling. However, low skill floor weapons and such still exist. As a result, even those with hundreds of hours can abuse the easy killing potential of such weapons. Now, some of you may ask this question:
Oi, who the fuck cares? This is an 8-year-old fucking game. I want to play whatever I fucking want.
And to that, I say, you're absolutely right. Who am I to say what you can and cannot use? If you want to play Spitfire and, just sit on a roof for the entirety of the game, if that's how you have fun, I can't really stop you. However, this freedom to stop games comes at a price. Maybe not to yourself, but more so the other pilots on the other side of your barrel. Ever heard of the ripple effect? In short, every action has a consequence. Yeah, sure, you might have gone on a 10-win stop streak on this old-ass game, but if you were a new player on the other side, would you really want to keep playing? Learning the fundamentals of movement is already a big stepping stone for most new players. But what's the point of learning it when in every match, you get owned no matter what you do? I'll admit, a couple of years ago, I had this rather unhealthy mentality. Even after pouring hundreds of hours into the game, back then, I, for whatever reason, thought that getting the most amount of kills and absolutely dominating a lobby was the only way for me to have fun. In the end, I realized that this was actually causing me to stress out over, well, nothing. I had nothing to prove, and yet here I was, still sweating my nuts off. Gradually though, I started to change. I began to change up my playstyle, I started to have fun even when I lost, and I also started to look beyond just myself. I realized that I'm not the only one trying to have fun. And now, whenever I see that our team is completely dominating the other side, I take the time to switch it up and try something new. Again, I know that a lot of people will look at this and go, "Ugh, who cares? I'll still play whatever I want." And honestly, I respect it. But as I've respected you, I hope you can also occasionally respect the new players or the players with less skill so that our community can stay together for as long as possible. Try a new weapon, play a different Titan, keep yourself involved and embrace all there is that Titanfall 2 has to offer. But above all, be kind and respectful. We're all part of the same community after all. I know this is a bit different from the usual video format, but thank you guys for watching my little spiel, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Psst, I have a Discord server now. Link is in the description.